Tourism Director W. Bohol says COVID-19 pandemic has greatly affected tourism sector. All Travel Rights Protection Forum expressed disappointment over failure to conduct ADC elections despite assurance by government. Manipur Home Guard Employees Welfare Association laments that the salary of Home Guards are yet to increase despite increment order issued by government. Manipur reports 216 new COVID-19. Active cases are 17 and 17 deaths in last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 386. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 96 lakhs with over 36,000 new cases reported in last 24 hours. Recovery rate stands above 94%. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin. I'm KANEL SHAMBANDURAM. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly and maintain a safe distance. Now top stories and latest news at this hour. Tourism Director W. Bohol said COVID-19 pandemic has greatly affected tourism sector. He was speaking at the release of the 2021 calendars named Spectacular Manipur and Winged Beauties of Manipur, organized by Nest Advertising and Marketing Private Limited at Classic Grand today. Bohol said the newly released calendars will not only help to keep track of events and dates, but it will also serve as a source of information of the state as well. He added, scenic picturesque beauty of tourist spots are highlighted in the calendar to attract tourists. He also appealed people to encourage youths while paving their way towards good initiatives. He also disclosed that the tourism department will not release any calendar this year owing to coronavirus pandemic.
Calendar, table calendar, and the wall calendar namduna. Manipur gi Mapan the Ladiba, Delhi the Ladiba Manipur Bhavan, Kolkata the Ladiba Manipur Bhavan, Guwahati the Ladiba Manipur Bhavan sings the Koi Thaduna, Atopa, Ministry Mayam Thaduna, Manipur gi tourism gi Ladiba potential sings the Kanganaba Koi Honore, Antopa, Prithibi pandemic, Amana Maramoraga, Hadak Sahiji de Koi calendars Putokore. Sum the Miam the calendar, when a Kanariba Adugi service to Nataba. It will also give a source of information to the new generation. Masi Pazana Oigadra and Kale, Masida support Pangamatamda, Magi Chanzaliba field of work to the excellent performance of the Matiang Oi.
Speaking at the event, the Lok Sabha MP Dr. R.K. Ranjan stressed on the need to establish oxygen park at existing appropriate parks. He added constructions of such park will not be much difficult as bamboos are easily available in the state. MP Dr. R.K. Ranjan also highlighted the benefits of oxygen parks. Referring to the newly released calendar, he asserted that there are abundant tourist spots in the state. He also hinted of a new tourist spots in the state and urged tourism department to look into it. Commissioner of Information, Public Relations and Joy and Babina Group CMD, Dr. T.H. Dabali took part in the event.
In some of the country, oxygen parks developed oxygen park. Kari toge the bamboo se fazana tharwa systematically aduga landscape pink Torkanda Tarakanda, Kogi Babinagi group sida to Virasui Magi Lady campus sida. Varieties of bamboo, Uzikti Yam Tole, more oxygen, percentage of oxygen released or Koyam later. Masimati Taraga di Sitka Fazan to Viraga, takes low Viraga Haitare, Figa Loviraga sida 1 hour from the pure oxygen on Vagigaina, the oxygen parks, entrepreneur ki form the Putoga, space later, the Sinkhong Chinga, Yam to Wea Biam later. Nasigi calendar asina. Let us have some kind of new ideas generate tosi aduga more and more phajaba pot mayam ama Manipur se mapan do utpa yaba pot ama torokpa ngamgani na ina feel tawjai.
Student Welfare Committee Thongju Phaija Laitong released its 2021 calendar, published for the third time at the community hall of the committee today. The event was held on the occasion of the first annual Sunday meeting of the committee. Calendars were also distributed to locals of Thongju Phaija Laitong on the occasion. All the Tribal Rights Protection Forum expressed disappointment over failure to conduct ADC elections despite assurance by government to conduct the elections in near future. The forum appealed government to issue relevant notifications at the earliest and conduct elections by strictly adhering to COVID-19 SOPs. Speaking to media during a press meet held at the office of the forum at Nagaram today, Forum President Joseph Rongmei said tenure of the Autonomous District Councils was extended by government till November 2020. He termed dissolving of ADC by Tribal Affairs and Hills Department instead of conducting elections as violating tribal rights. He added, as per District Councils Act Section 4.3, a chairman cannot be dissolved without issuing election notification. Joseph further demanded to annul the order instead issued by Tribal Affairs and Hills Department.
Pandemic se laina by election sisu adum SOP nga aga adum chathai. Why not? Autonomous District Council ki krigi pangthok pangam daba, krigi pangthok handaba. At the same time, Infal Municipal Council ki January 2021 se retire expired over ni ma khoi tam se. Dubo mukhoi di election se tawna na ba haidna full swing preparation se tawraga lay. Adu di District Council ki sisu krigi taw ngam dabo no haiba se government da khoi question se thamjani. Masidi chumoi dra haina khalle aduna athubada mase government na mukhoi ki order date 30 November 2020 the Tribal Affairs and Hills Additional Chief Secretary na thokpo order do kwasta ugrabni haibase akhoi gi maike de khanga haidop chani.
Manipur Home Guard held its 57th Rising Day today. President of the Manipur Home Guard Employees Welfare Association MHGEWA, Y. Mungi, lamented that the salary of the Home Guards are yet to increase despite increment order issued by government. Speaking to media during a press meet held at Manipur Press Club today, President Y. Mungi said monthly salary of over 2,000 Home Guards employees is 7,730 rupees only. He added the association has been urging the government to increase their salary since 2015. In response to that, on February 29, 2020, the government announced to increase the salary of each Home Guard employees to 18,689 rupees starting January this year. However, the order is yet to enforce. He also said that their salary since October of this year is also pending. The association donated face masks and hand sanitizers to Old Manipur Working Journalist Union on the occasion.
Siguma pangthokpa asi ekoi yamma pungphana Home Guard ki member lising ani hena leibasi pullaga pangthokningi aduga lonana koi honorable chief minister bawo yauna tongan ba koi VIP sing yauna koi pangthokena khalamani adubu 20 gi January tha dagi ekoi hengkatlaba paisa je Home Guard sing da pigedabani adubu laibak thibani na tha tara sura bawo ngasi bawo koi paisa ju phangba ngamdabaga maram moidana sentungi phibam jadabane COVID-19 gi maru oibane maram moiraga koi function se chauna
Candidates of the waiting list candidates for recruitment of the Police Constables 2013 warned of intense agitations if authorities concerned failed to conduct required process for their recruitment latest by 15th of December. Speaking to media during a press meet held at Manipur Press Club today, spokesperson of the waiting list candidates Rohit Lauremband said offer forms for waiting list candidates for recruitment of the Police Constable 2013 were submitted following a late approval by Cabinet on the 25th of June 2020 due to COVID-19 situation. He lamented that police verification and medical fitness tests are yet to be conducted. He further appealed to relevant department to conduct necessary process at the earliest.
COVID-19 na maram oiraga matam khara thengna basu thengna haukiba tarik kunmanga June gi 2020 da approve tawbirakpabu paliba lenga asibu yamna thagat chakibani adubu chahi nipal mapung pharaklaba 2013 waiting list candidate singbudi join tawhandana thambiri 2013 waiting list candidate singi amatoiba warep lokjaraga 15 December 2020 asi fawbugi manungda process makha tawbiduna join tawhanbiu haina paliba lenga asida appeal tawjari
hills area gi oina muhu chinjaraga honorable CM gi pungning chingsinjari madudi ngasi JC na hariba matam asi fawbugi manungsida makha tana process athabi ba tadaragadi ban blockade na chingba tawguni.
MLA Karam Sham stressed on the need to encourage youths in their initiative towards good cause. He lamented that a failure to follow disciplines has led to increase in unwanted incidents. He was speaking at the inauguration of Shrine of Laningtho Puthiba at Myrian Khong today. It may be mentioned that the construction of the shrine was funded by his son of MLA Karam Sham, Karam Gulmit. Speaking at the event, MLA Karam Sham said sacrifice, kindness and gratitude are some of the characters one should follow for an equal society. He assured possible support for any youth who takes up the good initiatives. He also announced that a shrine of Ibudho Prairomba will be constructed at the Karam without further delay.
Masasing sina apaba thabak torupakanda apaba bu oragati laitalagi mateng panggebu harasu development gi thabak tawgebu haragasu sumba thabak singje torupakanda akoi mama mapa sing sina encouragement piba darkar lai adugo matam amada ngasi dia akoi gi tongi horaiba narol singsi apaba wakalon khanlaningi apaba thabak tawhaningi maduna tungi mirol se apaba mirol ama lakpa ngamgani haibagi thajabadu lai matam amadati akoi lai handaktagi hauna mama mapa singna masasing sathokpada adi manam namu halakpada manam namu haibado ngasi di asuki matik kun mathoi suba sahi sas dadi darkar oire.
Manipur reported 216 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 7 deaths in the last 24 hours. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room, the press release at 5 p.m. today, Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 26,073, out of which 2,919 are active cases. In the last 24 hours, 7 coronavirus infected patients, a 69-year-old male, a 64-year-old male and a 29-year-old male from Imphal West District, and 87-year-old female and 47-year-old male from Imphal East District, a 67-year-old male from Thoubal District and a 58-year-old female from the Vishnupur District have passed away. 4 patients died at Jenims, 1 at RIMS, 1 at Sija Hospital and 1 at Raj Medicity. With this, that toll has reached 306. On the positive note, 193 people recovered in the last 24 hours. With this, total number of recovered cases have reached 22,848. State's recovery rate improved to 87.63%. Infected persons are 190 from the general population and 26 are personnel of Central Armed Police Forces. Infected persons from the general population are 77 from Imphal West, 47 from Imphal East, 25 from Kakching, 11 from Tamelong, 7 each from Thoubal and Vishnupur District, 4 each from the Technopole and None District, 3 from the Churachandpur, 2 each from Kangpokpi and Kamjong districts, and 1 from the Ukhrul district. All are locals without any significant travel history. They are being shifted to COVID care facilities and necessary measures are underway. Manager of a Center for Advanced Agro-Technology, Salungfamd, Laishram Visheshwar appeals government to extend aid to farmers who are harvesting medicinal and aromatic plants across the state. Various harvesting of the black ginger, black turmeric and others at Salungfamd in Thoubal district were inspected by representatives of Sayond Institutes Private Limited. Kakwa and Center for Advanced Agro-Technology, Salungphang today. Speaking on the sideline, Eld Visheshwar said he, along with youths of the area, has been planting various medicinal plants available in the state for the past 15 years. He expressed happiness that the once unemployed youths are now self-reliant. He also extended gratitude to Sayond Institute Private Limited Industries Private Limited for their help. He said many medicinal plants, including black ginger, are now made available to public.
Ujuji akwai demand leji ton kun piu kunthra piu nifu piu adu ngata ni leji hai bising ji most probably akwai ji hanagi December lu akwai talani talaga puraga wati da hana moi chemical test tawthoni chemical test no kemba sumba taraga di Manipur si am chakhot pa mai ke da pura kane na khalli si thabada lomi ta sara hen ngamo si leina tina kya nagande phau sangamam thabada da lomi na tongda si palising tara ta ni sai phau su cha da biya de manam sing su cha da biya de adu sigumba medicine di hida kana pami sing di maru na chingong chingya singi mathak thangwa jangal lobe jaga sing di da tharaga di hen na senthong lambi su yam chawna laigani
Sibigi mafung kuding mong he hana pa ba black ginger haina khangnari ba si demand tor pasu lai re hauji hauji khoi mafung kuding mak plaksana thaba hore aduga hena masigi ba product khar chokoi product ba hujagre product sing ji kana ba miyam da khoi phangan bangam khre sida natana ato ba medicine plant aromatic plant khar su khoi adum plantation to ba hujare khoi miyam da masi kana ba sing ji phang bangam na ba dong khra ko na jab hujagani Manipur state government na madam punam bakta agriculture ga mari leina ba thabak tharom sing da hena aso ba mating pigini aduga farmer sing yokhat kani hena sakhot na ba honda gani de hai ba di hanjan hanjan
Farmers of Uyumpok Mamang Laikai termed statement by Kundrakpunt MLA T.H. Lokeshwar regarding digging of a tube well to provide irrigation facilities to Uyumpok farmers as and expressions of resentment towards farmers. Speaking to media during a press meet held at Uyumpok Mamang Laikai today, Wand Laimapokpam Joy said experts carried out the digging work at Uyumpok Mamang Laikai and Uyumpok Awang Laikai as per decisions by farmers. He added the farmers' families believe that the new project will ease the plight facing the farmers in terms of irrigation. He lamented that MLA T.H. Lokeshwar termed the works as inappropriate instead of encouraging the farmers.
Phaliski oina khundabung kendragi hauji ju hutpal loiriba mafam sing iti yamna mafam chaba lomi singna siraba uda masidi pele haibagi phongdok na ba mafam ngaktane na praja moina phongdok chage masida honorable MLA na su lana ju ubigano aduga afaba thabak tawba haibasidadi ngaramuk sangari ba market anidu se akhoi yam nungai je hauji gi hulibati well sidi aduki matik Semilon Parangana ba like Sugi Lam the Hiram Kudimak the Parakador so or Posida a quite political game to Wabze Masita Seno Pamde Pamam the Lopari Manga Mari Manga Fauba Sing Pigadaba Lomi Singi Yam the Kanaraba Skimni Haina Sumaina Akanga in a Takbiba Adusu quite Punam Yang Minasi.
Uyumpok Mamang Laikai Development Committee expressed that the tube well digging project is beneficial for farmers. General Secretary of Development Committee Sagolsem Shamd said people at areas of Uyumpok in Kundrakpunt has been facing water crisis, following which the department committee urged relevant departments to take up the project.
Lau ubagi ising pangbagi kanaba ama ani subada koi khunggang jida ising thakna nabagi awaba ikang matamda he hek thokpa hairiba sigi kanaba ama akhoi gi iramdam ireikai si hingon koibagumba si yamna interest leiba jaga ni hairiba jaga sida ising watpana maram oiraga akhoi gi hingon koijariba mijingda ising phangdabagi awaba gumba si hek hek thokpa Masigi Pam Sinamaram Oiraga, Hinganabagi Lambi Sikra Pangbaya Haidana Koina, Kungi Development Committee Yam Kumna Kanazaraba, Adugalwena na Kunzajing Yapam, Haibu and Hypakanda, Koina Sasaba Matamda Kunzajing Jina, Madudi Yam Pay Koi Hinganabagi Lambi, the Mating Soidan Lagani, Haidan Haibadagi, Put Pahojavani.
Lembakul Development Council refuted the claim made by one self-acclaimed headman of Lembakul village, Kingsand Chithung, in media of land disputes at Chanam Sandrok and Lembakul villages in the Kairao Assembly constituency as unfounded. The council clarified that there is no whatsoever land conflicts between the two villages. Speaking to media at Nagaram today, chairman of the council, Benjamin Chithung, termed the false claims made by Kingsand Chithung as a tactic to incite hatred among the two villages. He asserted that the headsman of Lembakul is Kingsand Chithung and not Kingsand Chithung. He alleged Kingsand Chithung of conspiring with an NGO to encroach lands. Benjamin demanded Kingsand Chithung to give clarification to Lembakul Development Council within 5 days, else warned him of action.
Chanam Sandroka, Lembakul land dispute kari gumbam telekti. Chanam Sandroka koi di hana pari puri degi. Yam nung sinana lebani ado mana masida headman ni haiduna. Chanam Sandroka hauziki thoiwa pathok aduda ai headman ni aduga sigi port asi court na decide tausnu kaina mana phongdo isidi. Lembakul ga Chanam Sandroka asigumba nung sinadana ba maru hunba port amasu oigani aduna. Akoi gi aseng bagi headman si asi Manipur government na Mr. Kuisim Chithung asi Kulgi headman ni habasi Manipur gazeta governor na keno tawraka thokraba sisu lejari bani aduga asi ma documents yaw dana Lembakul headman saraga Chanam Sandroka koiga asumma problem thokpa yabagi headman saraga ngangi basi athuba matam mana lale hajagadabani natabatarabadi ai khoi khunna meeting tawraka athuba matam na mai mathak action lawrani.
Amidst the coronavirus pandemic, many who have invested at microfinance groups are suffering, unable to get the interest and capital of their invested money. Around 2,200 investors who invested at IRA Finance Kurai Chingabam Laikai are victims of such. The investors failed to get any interest or capital of their invested money since February of this year. Speaking to media during a press meet held at Manipur Press Club today, Secretary of the IRA Investor Group, Y. Simon, said many microfinance groups have resumed their activities. However, IRA Finance is yet to resume their business. He added even the investors could not meet with relevant officials of IRA Finance. Above this, the office is also locked up. Y. Simon said Managing Director of the Finance Group, Yumnam Irabanta, is also absconding. He warned of intense agitations if the Managing Director, Irabanta, failed to meet with the investors and give a statement latest by 15th of December.
Managing Director Oibiriba, Hoi Yumnam Irabanta Singh, Hyper Masamagasi, Hoi Pau, Ponga, Hoi Unaway Matamze, Hoi Pangzadre Hypertare, Aduga Mai, Contextual Ladre, Aduga Office Tazu, Hoi Saluba Matamda, Hoi Star Amta Latere, Aduna Kante Amta Later, Madam Oerakanda, Hoi Group Asina, Hoi Group Sida Yauriva, Investors Singi, Responsibility Amadi, Mayam Pung Padavas, Hoi Side taking Amzadre, Aduna, Hoi Mayam from the Hijaning Badi, Irabanta Haiba, Managing Director Masamagasi, Shambagitang, Traum, Manunda, Hoi Committee member. Singa unanaba sinbiro ado masida kai gumba sinbirakta taragadi patrum da thawak mayam tholak payai yang wana tanjaraga mayamna yang wana tanjaraga humang na tungsan jaraga maru phangaga amasung lo lauthok jaraga thamba pisa mayam amsu yauri thagi interest khan laksa baduna imung punaba adagi phi thinaba chawthok naba tawjaba mayam amsu yauri haiba porase kasu laitana yam laina khanbagi mawongda lotpagi mawong sidi tawbi
Khoirirolgi ai bisingi pau Sanafam held its first foundation day at Manipur Hindi Parisat Hall, All Assembly Road today. It may be mentioned that the organization was formed to safeguard writers of the state. Speaking at the event, organization Secretary Aribam Ajit Kumar said the organization was initiated to safeguard existing writers and to give a platform to budding writers of the state. Writers also recited their poems on the occasion.
Misang sangga laitaba aduga wachat manom haijada dana ngasi phawbata saita da pidamata kan mangam dana leiba ibe singse moige khoina ngamba kitang honasi khoina ngamjaba kitang khoigi citation am torsu khoi phimatat am torsu moigi honasi sahi gi angangamba kitang mogi pung thokat pakhara tausi aduga saita da nong phongdarakliba mioi singsida khoigi advisor singa tanaraga khoi saita da mahiyanna khoi pusana bo hona sai pa pandam sida maroina khoi gi lupsi semjeben.
First version of the rewritten novel Madamd, authored by Mainamd Borod, was released at Manipur Press Club today. The novel was originally written in 1974. Second version of the book will be released at the earliest.
Madam ko po Nobel si aina so lisingma samapan humbudraga mari manga tamsida Bengal da MA tami MA English tami ana matam da Bengal gi samna day to day lai macha amaga tamma khoi Manipur gi whatever film jiga satra amane aina matam khudimak ta larik ta padan live ding am dabni na tum tongan bo wakal me arum khallu matam da larik ama ining pagi afam ma lapodagi masi larik si igi bani mapung oina mioi bana kanthok pa yadaba bagi samasa Bunchida, Tanglada Yadva, Wari.
Brand Ambassador of Chief Minister's Green Manipur Mission Ilangbund Valentina turned threatening after forest storms for trying to stop some people from cutting down trees at Chanam Sandrok under compartment number 8 Yaripok block of the Waithau Reserved Forest on 29th of November as unfortunate, stating that land documents for reserved forest areas were issued to some individuals. Press release from the Valentina appealed authorities concerned to look into the matter and resolve the issue at the earliest. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News. Welcome back after the break. You're watching Sunday Primetime English Bulletin. India's COVID-19 tally rose to 96.44 lakhs with 36,011 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. The country's recovery cases have reached 91,792 and recovery rate has improved to 94.37%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, death toll has reached 1,40,182, while active COVID-19 cases have come down to 4,03,248. Maharashtra is still on top with more than 83,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by Kerala with above 61,000 active cases. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 6,69,74,000 people. Above 1,05,36,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 4,63,55,000. United States of America is on top with more than 59,07,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by India and Brazil, while China, from where the pandemic started, is at the 76th position with just 279 active cases of COVID-19. Chief Minister Nongthongban Bireen expressed deepest condolences over the untimely demise of the former Education Minister and Uripok MLA Laishram Navakumar. Chief Minister Nongthongban Bireen eulogized a senior politician Nandakumar and asserted that the state has not only lost an upright leader but also a legal luminary whose absence would be hard to fill out. He also shared the grief of the bereaved family members. Speaker of the Manipur Legislative Assembly, Y. Kim Chand, expressed deepest condolences over the demise of ex-minister Laishram Nandakumar. He also shared the grief of the bereaved families. Members of the Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC condoled the untimely demise of the former Education Minister and Uripok MLA Laishram Nandakumar. A condolence meet was held at the Congress Bhavan today. Speaking on the sideline, Congress Legislature Party CLP leader Okrami Bobi said that the demise of the veteran politician Nandakumar is a great loss to Congress Party and the state as a whole. It may be mentioned that L. Nandakumar served as a Congress MLA of Uripok constituency from 2002 till 2017. He also held various portfolios as Minister of Urban Development, Law and Legislative, Health and Labor during his lifetime. Members of Uripok Block Congress Committee also condoled the untimely demise of the former Uripok MLA Laishram Nandakumar. Press release from the committee informed that a condolence meet was held at the committee's office today. Members of the committee observed 2 minutes silence as a mark of respect to the departed soul. Members of the Manipur Horse Riding and Polo Association, Manipur Equestrian Association and Manipur Pony Society also condoled the untimely demise of ex-minister Laishram Nandakumar. Members of the Manipur Livery Association MALA held a condolence meet of ex-minister Laishram Nandakumar today. Press release from MALA mentioned that Eld Nandakumar strived to enhance public livery in the state as well as took a major role in giving life to Manipur public livery. Johnstone Higher Secondary School's 1987-1989 batch student held a condolence meet for late officer in charge of Nambold Police Station, Laishram Premchand, at the school's campus today. One Salam Saraj utilized Premchand at the event. Offering of the floral tributes to the portrait of Premchand and the paying of 2 minutes silence as a mark of respect to the departed souls marked the event. It may be mentioned that late officer in charge of Nambold Police Station, Laishram Premchand, was injured during an incident at September 30, 2014 and succumbed to injuries on November 29 this year. An awareness program on self-help group was held at Basikong, Mamang Laikai, Ward number 8 today. Basikong Gram Panchayat organized the event under Manipur State Rural Livelihood Mission MSRLM, Staff District Mission Manager and Basanta, Cluster Coordinator K. Jagjit, Pradhan of Basikong Gram Panchayat and Vinolata, Ward member and many locals of the area attended the event. Resource persons also stressed on the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Jan Andolan campaign for COVID-19 appropriate behavior at the event. A team led by Joint Director of the Manipur Fire Service, Eld Nabachandra, under the supervision of Director of the Manipur Fire Service, Femting, as a part of initiatives of the Ministry of Home Affairs, carried out a fire safety training at Maipakpi Hospital, North AOC today. Speaking at the event, Navachandra assured to continue the training at hospitals and nursing institutions. Use of the fire safety equipments were demonstrated at the training program. He appealed hospitals to open only after getting no objection certificates. He also appealed hospitals authority to install the proper fire safety equipments.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯗꯥꯏꯔꯦꯛꯇꯔ ꯁꯥꯔ ꯊꯦꯝꯊꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯎꯇꯥꯛ ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯏꯟꯅ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯅꯔꯁꯤꯡ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯕꯤꯜꯗꯤꯡꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯐꯥꯌꯔ ꯁꯦꯐꯇꯤꯒ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯅ ꯐꯥꯌꯔ ꯑꯦꯟड ꯂꯥꯏꯐ ꯁꯦꯐꯇꯤ ꯑꯦꯋꯦꯌꯔꯅꯦꯁ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯉꯔꯥꯡꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯗꯨꯅ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯅꯤꯅꯤ ꯁꯨꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯆꯠꯊꯔꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯕꯤꯜꯗꯤꯡꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯐꯥꯌꯔ ꯁꯦꯐꯇꯤ ꯃꯦꯀꯥꯅꯤꯖꯝ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯏꯟꯁꯇꯣꯜ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ ꯑꯞꯗꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯃꯗꯨꯗ NOC ꯂꯧꯔꯝꯗꯕ ꯗꯦꯟ ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯗꯕꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯔꯦꯀꯃꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯍꯦꯟꯅ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯄ ꯌꯥꯕ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯊꯤꯕꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯃꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯛꯊꯣꯛꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯆꯠꯊꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯊꯪ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯅꯨꯃꯤꯠ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯆꯠꯊꯖꯒꯅꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯩꯄꯥꯛꯄꯤ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ ꯍꯌꯦꯡꯅ ꯑꯦꯗꯚꯥꯟꯁ ꯍꯣꯁꯄꯤꯇꯥꯜꯗ ꯄꯥꯡꯊꯣꯛꯆꯒꯅꯤ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯍꯟꯗꯛꯀꯤ ꯆꯍꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯔꯤꯁꯦꯟꯠꯂꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯒꯨꯖꯔꯥꯠꯇ ꯃꯩ ꯆꯥꯛꯈꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯣꯚꯤꯗ ꯀꯦꯌꯔ ꯁꯦꯟꯇꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯃꯩ ꯆꯥꯛꯇꯅ ꯃꯤ ꯂꯩꯈꯤꯗꯕ ꯈꯣꯠꯈꯤꯗꯕ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯍꯣꯝ ꯑꯦꯐꯤꯌꯔꯁꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯆꯤꯐ ꯁꯦꯀ꯭ꯔꯦꯇꯔꯤꯗ ꯏꯔꯛꯄꯁꯨ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯗꯥꯏꯔꯦꯛꯇꯔꯅ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯏꯅꯤꯁꯤꯌꯦꯇꯤꯚ ꯂꯧꯈꯠꯄ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ
Imphal West District Commando team arrested a suspected active cadre of the proscribed UNLF from the KB Kumuda Maning Laikai. The arrested person is 46-year-old Sapam Santikumar alias Manauton Macha Maite, son of late Mani from the KB Kumuda Maning Laikai. Impact News sources said that the Santikumar was arrested at around 5:30 a.m. today. Reportedly, he joined UNLF in 1993 through one late Maipak from the Sugunu Pangaltabi and completed his basic military training from the Chumnu, Myanmar. Santikumar is serving as UNLF Second Lieutenant under UNLF Imphal East Commander Major Tomba Macha. Accused Santikumar is said to be involved in recruitment activities. He has been handed over to Sagolmang Police Station for further interrogation. Chief Minister Nongthoman Bireen extended greeting to old ranks of the armed forces as well as ex-servicemen and their families on the occasion of the Armed Forces Flag Day 2020. In his greeting, he said the Armed Forces Flag Day is observed to acknowledge the indomitable courage and sacrifice made by soldiers in defense of the country. He appealed people to extend aid in collection of the fund for the welfare of the Indian Armed Forces personnel. Maria Chanu Pangabamd from the Kongba Khetri Laikai in Imphal East District has been selected to represent Manipur in the upcoming Femina Miss India 2020. Maria was selected among the 15 finalists out of the total 31 state winners. The final round of the contest will be held at Mumbai in 2021. It may be mentioned that Maria Chanu bagged a second runners-up title in Miss Earth India 2020 and Maitei Chanu 2018 and also won Miss Earth India Eco Angel 2020 titled. She is a member of the House of Elegance and has participated in various social works. Manipur Legislative Assembly Speaker Yumnam Khemchand today laid the foundation stone for construction of a mini sports complex at Waikom Laikai. Volunteers Society for Development WVSD ground in Singchumai. Speaking at the event held at WVSD ground, Speaker Khemchand declared that ground leveling works of the complex will be completed between early January and February 2021. He assured to begin construction works at the earliest. He lauded the club for making suggestions to build a sports complex in the locality instead of the community hall. Khemchand also assured to construct sports complex in suitable areas under Khelo India scheme. A 40 mm wide football turf ground worth around 12.5 lakh rupees and a public walking place will also be constructed at the sports complex.
Laikai ayamada Manipur traditional is community hall saba kitang ahang jaga am neragadi community hall saba chanu mai tawi adubo club ki sinausina tungi mirol yenga sanaba yaba jaga ama otoke da haibase aisa magna thoyak yang I support of
Regional College of the Physical Education Pani Sagar, North Tripura, notified interested applicants to apply for Bachelor of the Physical Education course 2020-2021 session. Press release from the college further notified to submit their application at the Office of Directorate of Youth Affairs in Sports, Manipur, Kumanlampak Sports Complex, latest by 8th of December. It may be mentioned that 6 seats are reserved for Manipur. Interested candidates can contact YAS department for further details. Kumbi Municipal Council carried out a cleanliness drive from the Kumbi Kunzild till Leishabi Thong in relation to Swachh Sarvekshan 2021 today. It may be mentioned that Kumbi Municipal Council bagged the second spot in the Cleanest Town Award in the state in Swachh Sarvekshan 2018 drive and third place in the Northeast Zone. Now, a very good news for football fans around the world. People will witness FIFA Club World Cup 2 times next year. The FIFA Club World Cup will be held in Qatar from February 1 till February 11 next year. The 17th FIFA Club World Cup was originally scheduled to be held in December of 2020 in Doha, but coronavirus-led delay have caused the organizers to postpone it to 2021. In an exclusive meeting by FIFA Executive Committee, Japan was chosen to host a traditional 7-teamed club World Cup in December 2021. One club each from Europe, South America, North and Central America, Africa, Asia and Oceania will compete end the World Cup. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at headlines once again. Tourism Director W.E. Beholder says coronavirus pandemic has greatly affected tourism sector. All Tribal Rights Protection Forum expressed disappointment over failure to conduct ABC elections despite assurance by government. Manipur Home Guard Employees Welfare Association laments that salary of Home Guard are yet to increase despite increment order issued by government. Manipur reports 216 new COVID-19 active cases and 7 deaths in last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 306. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 96 lakh with over 36,000 new cases reported in last 24 hours. Recovery rate stands above 94%. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin, which will be presented by our anchor, Mr. Ukramt Somarendro. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Until then, have a great Sunday evening and stay safe.